Thompsons have always sold direct to processors. Increasing competition in this market is leading to stronger demand and improved prices for the product. The past effectiveness of silvicultural techniques is evidenced by the high quality of the timber, increasing the marketability.
I've marketed locally to some of the major mills here. There's a few major players around here, such as Dale and Myers, or DTM Timber as they're now known. A couple of mills in Gympie, Corbett's and Robertson's, and Slacks at Gayndah. Power poles, I have sold power poles to Coppers and DTM as being the two major operators in pole timber in this area. Sell bridge girders. A couple of places that sell bridge girders too. Mostly small operators. Have sold directly to main roads through the bridge supervisor for main roads for the Wide Bay area. Used to buy quite a lot of girders and other bridge timbers off us. That's the advantage of a managed timber resource over a lot of years, where we grow product to best end use, and so we do have some high value bridge girder timber. So yeah, I'll sell it. Basically today, I'll sell it to whoever will pay the best money, and it really has come down to that. I've changed my marketing approach over the last probably 5 to 8 years through necessity. Previously we used to make very long-term sales, lump sum sales over long terms, not extraordinarily long terms, no 20-year deals, but sort of 3 to 5 year deals, and at supply, probably a couple of thousand cubic metres over a 5-year or 3 to 5 year period. Well, we don't do that anymore. I don't do that. I do it in smaller parcels of approximately 150 to 250 cubic metres, which is, in the grand scheme of things, is a fairly small parcel for a large mill, albeit probably fairly important to a lot of them because of the quality of the wood that they're being offered. But I tend to market it in small parcels. It opens up the competition because more operators can afford to buy it. If I offer 1,000 cubic metres, I pretty much limit myself to the big players. If I want to sell the 1,000 cubic metres in a very short space of time, well, it's the bigger players that have the bigger chequebook, they have the capacity to pay. Where if I offer it in small parcels, the small operators could quite often afford to buy that small parcel, and they can be fairly competitive because the scale of their operations, quite often they're willing to pay just a few dollars more. And so yeah, I open the door for them, give them the opportunity. And basically my rule is it's not a case of you pay for what you get. There's the wood, I put it in a pile, you look at it, you put a price on it, you give me the money, you take it away. Rules are simple. Population expansion, building industry expansion, probably starting about 15 years ago. Really drove it here locally. Large coastal developments really drove the timber market. And the market in sawn timber, particularly hardwood, where there was a more affluent sort of society, incomes were increasing, people were willing to spend a lot more money on building a house. So there was a lot more demand for designer products, large end section, exposed beams, back to wooden verandas, decks. That appearance grade end of the market really got a kick on, and so there was such a premium available for that end of the market that anybody who has good quality wood, every operator, every processor seemed to hunt that market, that high-end market, because that's where the big margin was. So therefore they competed very stiffly with each other for the better quality logs. And the consequence of that is that if you've got good quality logs, even the part of the log that they can't get into that very high-end market, they're getting good recovery out of it, so that the down the stream type products of flooring, scantlings and other products, because they're getting good recovery out of what's left over basically, that gives them the margin to be actually compete a lot harder. So it really has pushed up the price. The only thing that hasn't really climbed, which is to my mind a bit wrong, well, it's very wrong actually, the market for poles, electricity poles, has not gone up in comparison to the sawn timber market. I think that's through a lack of competition in the marketplace, competing for those poles. Too many poles, or too much of the potential pole timber has been taken out and used for other purposes before it gets to the stage where it can be used as a pole. So yes, I think lack of competition in the pole market has been a bit of a downer actually, because it is a high value product. Its engineering needs, the engineering descriptions which apply to poles are very, very high value engineering specifications, because it's carrying a high voltage power line, safety issues, all of those issues that are wrapped around it. And it's, that's not being reflected in the price to the producer.
Owen also has value-adding processes. He operates a portable sawmill from which he produces yard and shed building timbers, fence posts and rails, and some landscape material. This product is supplied direct to the local market